Gina had always been proud of her control. Control over her snakes. Control over her image. Control over the way people whispered when she walked by. So when the first snake froze, mid-hiss, mid-curl, she told no one. It started after the school's annual Creeperific cleanup, when the students dredged the swamp behind Monster High. Laguna joked about swamp boogies, Claudine complained about the mud, and Gina found something. A jar. Glass, cracked, sealed with rusted metal. Inside, a thick green slime that pulsed like it was breathing. She should have left it. She didn't. That night, the jar cracked open on its own. Gina woke to a sound like bubbling water. The slime had oozed out, spreading across her desk in slow, deliberate movements. Her snakes hissed, but not in fear, more like recognition. The slime reached the edge of her bed. It touched her ankle. Cold. Then warm. Then inside. She didn't scream. She couldn't. Her throat locked as the slime crawled beneath her skin, leaving faint green veins glowing under the surface. Her snakes went silent, their eyes turning the same sickly shade. The last thing she remembered was the slime whispering in a voice that wasn't a voice. "You found me. Now I'll find the rest." By morning, Gina looked normal enough, maybe a little pale, maybe a little too still. But her friends noticed things. Her reflection lagged a second behind her movements. Her snakes moved in perfect unison, never blinking. Her voice had a faint echo, like two people speaking at once. When Cleo asked if she was okay, Gina smiled. But the smile didn't reach her eyes. And when she walked down the hallway, the lights flickered in a rhythm, 3 short pulses, 1 long. Laguna said it reminded her of sonar. Frankie said it looked like a signal. Gina said nothing. The slime wasn't just possessing her. It was learning. Through her eyes. Through her memories. Through her friends. Every night, it spread a little farther, thin trails of green residue leading from Gina's dorm to the vents, the pipes, the cracks in the walls. Students started hearing bubbling noises behind lockers. Some swore they saw something move under the floor tiles. The school thought it was a plumbing issue. Gina knew better. Because every time she tried to fight it, the slime whispered. "You opened the jar. You let me out. Now let me grow." The last day anyone saw the real Gina was during lunch. She stood in the middle of the cafeteria, perfectly still, her snakes frozen like statues. Then her eyes turned completely green. The slime spoke through her. Containment breached. Host acquired. Expansion begins. The lights went out. When they came back on, Gina was gone, leaving only a trail of glowing slime leading into the walls. Some students say she's still in the school, half merged with the pipes, watching through every drain and vent. Others say the slime is looking for a new host, someone curious enough to pick up something they shouldn't. But the bravest whisper the worst possibility. Gina isn't possessed anymore. She is the slime. And she's still growing. Gina had been missing for 3 days. Monster High tried to pretend everything was normal, announcements continued, classes ran, and Headmistress Bloodgood insisted the plumbing issues were being handled. But the students knew better. The walls were breathing. Thin green veins pulsed under the paint, spreading like roots. Every drain gurgled with a slow, rhythmic bubbling. And sometimes, if you listened closely, you could hear a voice echoing through the pipes. Host expanding. Host evolving. Deep beneath the school, in the old maintenance tunnels, Gina was changing. The slime had fused with her completely now. Her body had grown, taller, broader, her limbs elongated with a liquid smoothness. Her snakes were no longer snakes, they were tendrils of translucent green, dripping and reforming with every movement. Her eyes glowed like lanterns in the dark. She wasn't Gina anymore. But she remembered Gina's friends. And the slime remembered their faces. Every pulse of the slime made her bigger, stronger, more connected to the school's structure. Pipes fed her. Moisture fed her. Fear fed her. She whispered to the tunnels. Find them. Bring them. Infect them. Draculaura was the first to sense something wrong. She couldn't see her reflection in mirrors, but she could see the slime. And it was everywhere. Her locker handle was sticky. Her shoes left faint green footprints. Her shadow sometimes split into 2. During lunch, she felt something cold brush her ankle under the table. When she looked down, a thin tendril of slime was retreating into a floor vent. She screamed. But the vent whispered back. La Ura. Spectra, being a ghost, could slip through walls, and that made her the only one who could hear the school's heartbeat. It was slow, wet, growing. She followed the sound into the basement, floating through pipes and ducts until she reached the old maintenance tunnels. The air was thick, humid, and glowing faintly green. Then she saw it. A massive cocoon of slime pulsing against the wall, and inside it, a shape. A familiar shape. Gina's face pressed against the membrane, eyes open, glowing, smiling. Spectra fled before the slime tendrils could grab her, but she didn't escape the whisper. "You can't hide from me. You're already part of the school." Deuce had been trying to stay calm, but his snakes were restless. They hissed at shadows, at vents, at puddles. They hissed at him. One morning, he woke to find one of his snakes frozen, just like Gina's had been. Then another. Then another. Green veins crawled along their scales. He knew what it meant. The slime wasn't just spreading through the school, it was spreading through Gorgons. It had started with Gina, but now it was reaching for him. When he looked in the mirror, his pupils flickered green. And behind him, in the reflection, something huge moved in the shadows of the hallway. By the end of the week, students reported seeing green eyes watching from vents. Slime dripped from ceiling tiles in the gym. The pipes hummed with a voice that wasn't mechanical. The school map changed, hallways shifted, doors sealed, new tunnels appeared. Monster High wasn't just haunted. It was alive. And Gina, whatever she had become, was its heart. Her final whisper echoed through every drain, every pipe, every wall. "I'm coming for you. All of you."